like I had mentioned, booty bands, or like Jake calls, butt bands. Also known as glute bands, hip igniters, lots of different names for them, mini loop bands. The ones that I have that we're going to be demonstrating today are fabric. They're actually pretty durable and really, really tough. They don't have a lot of give to them, so these are going to give you more resistance. I have a medium resistance one with me, and Jamie's got the heavy resistant, and we're going to talk about the difference of those and kind of how you can use them. If you're looking to buy these, they have them on Amazon everywhere. Most of them that are on there, if you look for like the Amazon top picks, those are the best ones to get. You're gonna see the rubber ones that they have, or like the silicone, and those are gonna be super, super stretchy. You're not gonna get that burn more so. They're more so for stretching or getting ready for a workout versus actually getting a workout out of them. So you're probably gonna wanna go for a heavy, thick fabric one, and they also stay in place better during your workouts if you do fabric. The rubber ones like to just roll up on your legs. So that's just kind of my little 2 cents about these. So we're gonna get started with our workout and show you how you can use these to get a really, really good burn on. Today, you're gonna feel it in your glutes and your hammies really well. So we're gonna get started. Jake's gonna show you one variation, Jamie's gonna do another one. These are going to be placed either 2 inches above the knee on your thighs or mid-calf like Jake's showing. And the first movement in our workout is gonna be monster walks. We're just going to be doing these laterally from side to side. So you're going to go 10 one way and then 10 the other. And the reason I showed you the 2 different ways that you can place these is where Jamie's got them, it's a little bit easier because you have them on that big thigh muscle group. So it doesn't take as much work to move that. Jake's got them down around his calf, and that's going to light you up from where it's at all the way up. It's a lot more of a burn when you have it on your calf. But whatever you can do, whatever's more comfortable, I would probably start with that. You want to make it a little bit harder later on, and you can go for that variation. So the second movement is going to be more monster walks, and these are going to be front to back ones. And again, you can have them on your calf, or you can have them up on your thigh. So we're just going to go 10 forward and 10 backwards, kind of like Jamie and Jake are demonstrating. You're going to take a step forward, you're going to tap that foot in the middle of your stance, and then you're going to take that other step forward. After we finish up with the front to backs and the different variations of the monster walks, you can use that as a warm up, or you can just leave it in the workout as is. Kind of like I mentioned, if you don't have the band, you can go for a quick 100 meter, 200 meter, whatever jog. It kind of gets more if you don't have these or don't want to do these. So then we're going to move into the rest of it. And I don't think I mentioned before, but all of these movements are going to be 4 rounds. So we're going to do all of this 4 rounds each. That's going to be your total workout for the day. So the first movement we're going to move into is the air squats. You're going to have 10 of those, and same thing with the bands. You can put them up on your thighs, or you can put them down around your calves. You're going to get a different burn either way you do those. And then we're going to move into the fun stuff.
Wow.
So we're going to have 5 and 5 straight leg kickbacks. So this is going to be 5 per leg, and Jamie's going to demonstrate those. You're going to be in a plank position.
Wait.
And you can have them either up around your thighs or around your calves. These are very, very versatile and optional for where you want to place them. But you're just going to keep your glutes squeezed nice and tight, your tight core, and then just lift those legs up one at a time. And again, if you don't have the bands, you can do these without those as well. So then we're going to have side kick outs. I usually like to hold onto a chair back or a wall, whatever you have. You're just going to kick your leg outward with those. And again, 5 and 5 per side. When you put those around your calves, it's a lot more difficult. You're going to get a burn all the way up on those.
And it's hard.
It is much harder.
Especially with this one.
So if you decide to do calves instead of thighs, you might drop down to like a medium resistance. I usually use the highest on my thighs because that big muscle group can move a lot more resistance than your calves are. You'll still get that good burn, but you might have to drop down to a medium, and that's fine. So for our next one, we're gonna have clam shells. And if you're doing these, I probably wouldn't suggest them at your gym or coast or wherever you decide to do your workout. Maybe this one's gonna be a good home lunch for today. But Jamie's gonna show you how to look nice and sexy and do clam shells.
I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
Basically, you're just going to be sitting with your feet and legs stacked, and you're gonna be opening those knees. You're gonna get a nice resistance and a burn like on the inside of your thigh and on the outside. And that will ignite those hips pretty well too. So again, 5 and 5, so 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And last but not least, we're gonna have leg lifts, and we've all done these before. This has been an ab movement before. You're basically just going to pull against that resistance. That band stays around your calves, and you're going to lift your legs up to a 90 degree, and it's just going to get you a little bit more engagement of your core and work those abs a little bit harder than if you weren't using it. And again, every single one of these movements can be done without that band. It's just going to be different. The only thing that isn't included, like I said before, I believe, is the monster walks. Those just aren't an option without it. So after this workout, I added an ab finisher. If anybody wants to throw that in there, you're going to get a little bit of ab work with this one. But if you want to do some extra, we got some plank hip dips. You're going to be doing 10 plank hip dips, and this is a plank on your elbows. You're just going to be rotating from side to side, touching that hip to the floor. Try to keep your feet together if you can. If you have to reset and start over, you can, because this gets kind of wobbly and your feet can kind of separate, but we want to make sure we're staying nice and tight the entire time. Our second one's going to be 10 windshield wipers, and these are very, very difficult. So if you can't do them, don't sweat it. It takes a lot of time and work to get this movement down, but it's easiest if you keep your arms out and your palms down against the floor. To one side is 1 rep. So you can do 1, come back over, that's 2. If you're feeling up for it, you can count 1 back and forth as 1. It just depends on what you're up for, but they can be very difficult. You're gonna have to make sure you're engaging that core the entire time. Our last but not least is 5 and 5 of the opposite leg toe touches. These are like your alternating V-ups. We've, I believe, done these before in previous workouts. It's just kind of that other movement that you can do if you can't do the V-ups. If you decide you want to do the V-ups, go for it and just make 10 of them. And that's going to wrap us up for Wednesday's workout. We'll see you next time.
Here at First Response Fitness, we are certified paramedics and not coaches or trainers. All exercises we present are shared from what we've learned in our fitness journeys. If you ask us about any medical symptoms, our advice will uniformly be that you are dying, unless you pay us, in which case we will advise you that you are dying slower than others. If you would like to continue dying slower than everyone else, please use our community to help take control of your health and fitness. Always remember, you be at your own risk, proper stretching is encouraged, and beware of excessive vacuuming.